Yeah, what's that quote you had the other day? You came and spoke to our men's group about God's timing, God's purpose. Tell us about that one.
God's work done God's way in God's timing will never lack God's supply. And it's just encouraging, and it's a great reminder, because sometimes I have doubt. Sometimes I'm like, man, I feel like God's called me to this, but like, is he going to show up?
Supply.
Is he going to supply, right? But it's like, if God's called you to it, he's going to provide everything that you need to do what he's called you to do. There's a part for us to play. You know, it's not just for us to sit back and wait for things to fall out of the sky. Like, we do have a part to play, and it's important for us to take that initiative. But it's really important for us not to go before God. You know, God is the one that goes before us, and we get to trust in him and know that he is faithful. He's all, like, name a time in your life when God has not been faithful. Every time. And even in the hardest times, it's like, dude, he shows up more than we could ever understand. It's his timing, exactly. And it's a thing we have to surrender, because I struggle with that. I love control, and I'm like, man, I feel like my timing's better. But dude, I'm like, come on now, like, he knows everything about us. He's outside of time, so he created time. Come on now, like, heavy. How could he not, like? He sees what's before us. He sees what we've gone through, and he knows exactly where we are. Like, he's got our best interest in mind.
But he has a process for everything in life. And I think that's where we get so bent out of shape, is that we want the finished product now. But God says, no, I got to take you through the wilderness. I got to take you into these different places so that you can become what I want you to be. And I think that's where we miss the boat, because we're so caught up on results. You know, I think all three of us are athletes in here. We know about results, that we don't embrace the journey and the process of doing it with Jesus and growing with Jesus.